the prior two speakers for all that they do. They're a blessing in more ways than they'll ever know. Good afternoon, I'm Julie Mauck, and my 4 kids attend public school here in Palm Beach County. Thank you for the opportunity to speak out against Race to the Top and the Common Core state standards. For over 12 years now, I've seen how hard my children and their teachers have worked in school. Yet we're constantly being fed cherry-picked statistics from international testing consortiums pitching that American kids are inadequately educated. There is always room for improvement, but I submit to you that the United States of America has been the international superpower for over 200 years, and it is the country from which electricity, the light bulb, the telephone, the automobile, and companies like Apple and Microsoft have hailed. We account for 1/4 of the world GDP, the strongest military in the world, and we are the light of freedom and protection to which those who are oppressed flock. So I think it would serve the international community well to try to emulate what our educators here in the U.S. have done right, rather than the reverse. However, education in this country is now moving in the wrong direction. Children are being taught that 2 + 2 can equal 5 when it doesn't, and are being shown how to do a math problem 6 different ways when they only need to do it one way. They're being given 20 steps to work through a problem that should only take 2 steps. I see this every day. I didn't read that on Facebook. I know that you aren't the enemy, and were circumvented in the process of adopting these standards as much as the parents and educators were. All that was required for Florida to commit our state to the national standards in student data mining of Race to the Top and Common Core were 2 signatures. The governors and the state superintendent of education's 2 individuals made a decision on behalf of the people of this state that will affect the schooling and career paths of every single child without input from you. The voice of the people first. This should disturb you at least as much as it disturbs me. More than 500 early childhood health and education experts signed a statement raising concerns that the Common Core standards, didactic instruction and testing will crowd out other important areas of learning and lead to inappropriate hours of high-stakes testing without evidence that such standards for young children lead to later success. This was prophetic for New York and Kentucky. Only 31% of their students scored proficient on their first tests. In English language arts, only 16% of African American students, 5% of students with disabilities, and 3% of English language learners scored proficient. Jill Stein, an executive director of the Common Core State Standards Initiative, said, and I quote, "Common Core is not addressing the needs of special ed students at this time. This is particularly troubling to me as a parent of 2 children with special needs. I've been told that regardless of their already proven disabilities, my twin sons' individual education plans will be aligned to Common Core standards. So whether they can count money or tell time doesn't matter anymore. They will be taught algebra this year. I ask that you take the appropriate action to withdraw Florida from Race to the Top and Common Core standards and free our teachers and the minds of our children. We, the people of Palm Beach County and the state of Florida, pay for public education, and these are our children in the public schools. As elected officials, I ask that you take back the governance of our children's education from the federal government and unaccountable boards of private interests and nonprofit organizations. Please."
Thank you, Ms. Mauck. Appreciate it. Members, any questions?